And I just got killed. Okay, I'm done. Brats, we've checked out a couple gun stocks on the channel, and Crossmeta has sent us one that they think might match our casual first-person shooter style a little better. Let's check it out. So this one didn't even come in a box. It's in this easy carrying pouch to be reused again and again whenever you want to put it away. $60 is what this will cost. Remember those weird gun stocks things that came for each one on each hand? The fact that it now feels like there's a barrel and there's actually some weight there feels nice. I really like the way that feels there. If you pay 80 instead of 60, you'll get those too. I thought in the pictures this was gonna be 3D printed, and it's possible, but if it is, it's much more quality. This looks mass produced, honestly. So it's a decent plastic, plenty of saran wrap for whatever reason. Oh my goodness. I have to get the knife out just to cut this tiny bit of this. So if you're starting to be able to see the shape here, oh gosh. This is the front of the gun. This is where the controllers are going to attach, and then this is the shoulder stock. I thought this was gonna be magnetic. It looks like, okay, it is magnetic. Okay, only the rear is magnetic. I'm gonna end up breaking this thing trying to figure out how it works. It's funny, it really looks like those little gun stocks. You remember they had that like weird thing that would move on the side here? I looked all over the site and I cannot figure out for the life of me what this is right here though. Kind of looks like that. Let me figure out real quick how to get this together. Couldn't just be that simple, could it? Longest screw ever. The contact points don't give me a whole lot of faith. There's this little notch right here where this is gonna mate with that. So that needs to go in there. And then at the same time, these little plastic pieces here and here are gonna go in these two divots here. So you can kind of try to line all three up at the same time. And then the only thing that's actually gonna hold this all together then is those two screws, because this doesn't snap in place or anything. It's adding a little bit of plastic grab, but there's nothing actually holding that there. So really, these two screws are the only thing that's holding this together. This is so annoyingly loud up here. This is driving me crazy, this little plastic piece. Hopefully if I hook that shoulder harness to it, that'll get it to shut up a little bit. I feel like there should be two clips on this. Am I crazy? There's one clip there. What the hell am I supposed to just tie this to this? Okay, we're getting a lot of weird design choices on this one. It's got this little hole right here to hook your strap to, and looking at it, it's not obvious how you attach it to it. We're gonna try, we'll bring this down here, and then we'll try to feed it back in on itself. It does fit through there. I didn't think that was gonna fit. I guess it'll hang on to there, okay. And then your clip can go on the front piece here. So that's now our shoulder sling for this thing. So if you're using it in game and you wanna be able to let go and drop it, you could drop it and it'll stay there. Ooh, that does not give me confidence right there. Look at that. Ugh. It flexes and it bends in the middle. And so if you're pulling this, if you're playing with this heavily, I mean, let me get the controllers on here, but like even right now you can see how easy that is to flex that right there? I bet you this thing is gonna end up breaking right here. Let me get the controllers on and see how it works. So this piece right here opens up. It's got a little padding inside. This would be our rear because I'm right-handed. Looks like that's gonna go like that and then hang on the controller there. I'm gonna leave this with some play for now so that when I get this on here, I can feel where I'm gonna want this to land when I'm actually playing. So I have a set of Kiwi grips on here I may actually have to pull off because the way this is supposed to work is this is supposed to magnet into place here. And then when you push forward, this kind of gives you some pressure point to kind of stop that from pushing too far forward. That's a bad design. I can push the trigger with it if I push. And even if I didn't have these Kiwi grips on here, I could still push that. A lot of interesting design choices. The magnet also is not very strong, but that's another problem we'll deal with later. We gotta at least get this thing into testing phase here. So this one does come off. It's got kind of an interesting design. So it magnets in, but then you twist to lock it. So it's not gonna pull off. So if you're playing a game where you left-handed reload, you're gonna be kind of locked in unless you're really able to articulate turning that. So let me attach to the control. I'm getting ahead of myself. This thing is just so weird. I'm having a hard time figuring it all out as I go. It holds on to your tracking rings. So if you have any worry about a gun stock that hangs onto your tracking rings, this is not the gun stock for you. This is gonna be putting a good amount of pressure. And they are very strong tracking rings. It still makes me nervous the way it's gonna hang on to them with all these hard movements it's expecting. So then in game, this would be my locked hand, and then this is more of my free hand. Looking so far, I think these Kiwi grips aren't gonna get in the way enough. I think I can keep rocking them. So we've got one attached, and then one there. Oh man. I feel like I shouldn't even test this thing, to be honest with you. There's so many things bad about it already. I'm gonna test it to be thorough, but at this point already, I'm gonna say this thing, there's almost no way I'd recommend it. Right now, looking at this, from this line of sight here, my tracking rings have so much crap in the way of them that this is gonna be a tracking nightmare for the headset. I mean, look at this from my angle. Your headset needs to be able to see these white tracking rings to track them. The front one, you've got a little bit of vision here, at least. This one, you got barely anything even able to be seen. So let me move this desk, get into some Pavlov, and let me play around with this real quick before I give you my final thoughts, because we at least gotta test it. Do we? I guess we do. We're in game, and even getting into game was a challenge. Just trying to get this thing to stay on here. The magnet is not very strong, and it's just, you can't see what you're doing with VR on, so like, what is going on here? Okay, well, we did learn something at least. So the rear one is like the other one in that you can't actually lock it in place. So right now I have both guns in locked position. They flex like crazy though with the way this thing's hanging on, and I don't have a way to let go. I don't have a way to reach and grab my ammo or anything with it in this locked position. This thing is messing with my trigger up front here. I can feel that happening already. Maybe a gun game, because I don't want to have to reload, because this is just terrible. The hands are way too close. Even if this thing was working right, my hands are so close together. It just feels like it's really impeding me. So I definitely feel like even just trying to navigate around with this thing on is a chore. Okay. If I have to reload, I'm gonna be screwed. I'm just gonna have to get killed. Why are my hands so close together? Nope, okay. This is awful. Oh my gosh, this is awful. I'm trying to give it at least a few minutes so I can feel like I'm getting a grip on how it works, but my tracking is all over the place. It doesn't know where my rear hand is right now, so I can't freaking aim, and I just got killed. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Screw this thing, man. This is terrible. Get off me. Okay, this is garbage for so many reasons. I can't find one single redeeming factor, except maybe it looks kind of cool. I guess that is the one thing about it I could say is kind of okay. Your hands are way too close together. The thing flexes and bends way too much. You don't have an easy way to get your hands out. You can try to train yourself to lock these and unlock these, but it's gonna be more trouble than it's worth to try to play the game. And when you can't see them, this motion is so hard to do. This is gonna slow you down in game. The magnet's weak, even when you don't have it hooked on. The magnet doesn't snap it there easily. It's weak and crappy. The strap, you saw, it was not overly complicated to attach it, but it was unnecessarily complicated. I've got nothing. I do not recommend buying this. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to give this thing away. I feel like you wouldn't use this. This thing is gonna make your experience so bad, it's not worth having. So that's my thoughts. Crossmeta, I hope you hear this and you decide to change your designs here, because this is a terribly unthought out design. The plastic feels terribly cheap. You could do way better. I'd 3D print some piece of crap and use it over this. So thanks for coming out and hanging out with me today. I'll see you in another reality. Wow, that got really annoying. You'll see my hands just all over the place. I can't even shoot anything.